1. True intelligence and pretending to be smart. Never be a fool pretending to be smart. Learning to play dumb is true wisdom. When facing anyone, be humble and don't pretend to understand what you don't. Every opportunity others convey can become a turning point in our lives. Even if you acquire a lot of knowledge, always remember that knowledge is empty. Nothing will happen unless knowledge is put into action. 2. Believe that you will be excellent. You must believe that you will become an exceptionally outstanding person. Only when you think this way will others think the same. Because the way you think will determine how you act, and how you act will shape how others perceive you. A person's success is not based on wealth, status, or background, but on the scope of his thinking. A giant in thought is a true giant and will succeed. And the giant of thinking always proves to himself with a rich mind that he is excellent. The greatest weakness in human nature is underestimating oneself. Never belittle yourself or sell yourself short. You are always greater than you think. 3. Starting point. Doesn't matter. Although a wealthy family can provide children with a favorable environment and a perfect starting point, this does not guarantee a good destination. Truly smart, rich people cultivate their children's sense of competition from the beginning in terms of concept and spirit, and teach them how to compete with others. I always believe that our destiny is determined by our actions, not by birth. A noble life comes from noble personal character, not noble blood. 4. Work is heaven. If you regard your work as an obligation, you will fall into hell. If you take it as a joy, you will be in heaven. The less smooth and more challenging the work is in the initial stage, the more you must do it right away. Just like shooting, the longer you aim, the less likely you are to hit the target. Regardless of how superior a person's innate conditions are, he must learn to take the first steps, and only then can he reach the pinnacle. 5. Maintain the stance of a winner. Successful people are often courageous, and this type of courage helps create luck, and luck lies in your choice. If you can accomplish 51% of a task, you will become a hero. If you identify yourself as a winner, you will act like a winner and do more than what winners do, thereby changing your luck. 6. Life is about facing risks. The feeling of losing everything is very painful. Before borrowing money, I often struggled between caution and taking risks. Some nights, I couldn't even sleep, worrying that my project would fail, that I wouldn't be able to repay the debt, and that I would go bankrupt. But my child, life is actually a process of continuously mortgaging oneself and managing risks. Some people will mortgage their youth for a better future. If you don't dare to face risks, the risks will eventually erode and take everything from you. 7. Success consists of 3 things. Success consists of 3 things: great dreams, endless failures, and new challenges. Often, when we hesitate to move forward, we are actually retreating. If you want to go further, you must be willing to make decisions and accept risks. 8. The only person who won't betray you is yourself. If you want to succeed and become wealthy, don't think about relying on anyone else. All of this can only be achieved by relying on yourself. Only you will not betray you. I may let business partners, colleagues, and even competitors teach me, but I will never teach my competitors, nor will I devote my emotions to business partners. 9. Luck is the result of careful planning. A fool waits for luck, but a wise person creates it. Each person is a designer and architect of his own destiny. When you come up with a good idea, focus on 2 things. First, what you want to do and what kind of person you want to become. Second, what resources you have, such as status, money, relationships, and capabilities. 10. Shame is not a bad thing. Dignity and honor have never been taken away by others. They have always been earned and built by ourselves. My son, You must remember that revenge on others is an attack on oneself. The humiliation of others is never a sharp knife that strips away our dignity. It is a powerful motivator pushing us forward, forcing us to pursue all the beautiful things we long for. 11. Learn to cooperate with others. It's a shortcut to success. Cooperation has never been something to be ashamed of. It is the only choice of successful people. No one can be invincible alone, and the shortcut to achieving goals and success is to cooperate with others. Cooperation is not friendship, family, or love. The purpose of cooperation is to achieve benefits and value, not to satisfy emotional needs. My son, always treat others well when you are on the rise, because you will meet them again when you are on the way down. 12. A wise bird chooses the right branch. Successful people and those pursuing success consciously make friends with those who are better than themselves, positive, and optimistic. Before becoming a significant figure, you must learn to be a good follower. A person's character, ambition, identity, and current status are related to the people he associates with. When encountering difficulties, the wise thing to do is seek help from a successful person. If someone always seeks advice from failures, they will achieve nothing. 13. Put purpose first in everything. None of us want to be partners with someone who does nothing or is aimless. Only when we become a person with clear goals will we be inspired by purpose and have a strong fighting spirit. Successful people tend to trust and respect the goals, dreams of others. Great leaders have two strengths: belief and respect. 14. Patience is a strength. Success always belongs to those who can endure humiliation and hardship. The most terrible enemies are often not those who appear strong, but those who control their dissatisfaction, those who are good at endurance. You must always train your ability to manage and control your emotions. When making any decision, don't let emotions dictate. Make decisions entirely based on current needs. 15. Success comes from belief. I always have a firm belief because I believe that belief is something incredibly magical, and it will help me create miracles. The first step to success is believing that you can succeed. Not only believe, but also persist, persist, persist. Never underestimate yourself. 16. Find the optimal solution to the problem. My principle for hiring people is simple. Pay a lot of money to find people who can help me find better ways to do things. I believe that there is never a single solution to anything, and only by finding the optimal solution can everything be done better. Furthermore, this optimal solution can often be applied to solve other problems. 17. There is no excuse for failure. One of the most critical steps in pursuing career success is preventing yourself from making excuses. Some losers constantly seek excuses for their failures, even thinking of excuses before they fail. Successful people will always focus solely on completing the task and calculating their costs and benefits, so in the end, they will succeed. Making excuses is a severe mental illness. If you have this disease, treat it as soon as possible. Otherwise, you will eventually become a loser. 18. Don't be limited by geography. If it's not a particularly specific job position, choose a career where job opportunities are not limited by geography. Even if you move to another place, you can still take your skills with you. 19. Manage your marriage with your heart. Sharing joys and sorrows is the essence of marriage. A true partner in marriage is someone who can be unconditionally responsible to and for each other in any circumstance. Remember that no matter how strong a relationship is, don't always put your partner in an unfair position. No one can endure injustice their entire life.